Welcome back to Dave's Garage. Today we have another kind of like mad scientist experiment. We're going to be combining two systems in the any motorcycle helmet. One of which is a simple cardio communications device with its little peel and stick little microphone you stick to around the mouth area of the helmet. And then you peel and stick two speakers, one on each side of your helmet by your ears. So that's where I started with a cardio. And I thought, well, let's do something a little different. So we are adding a more complex, a second system. We're adding the cardio is here, and it has two wires that go into the helmet. Just two wires that go into the helmet here, right around the edge of the helmet, into the helmet. The microphone for the cardio is right here, I'm touching it. And then the speakers are right here that I'm touching. These are really nice. This is a Cardo Edge, and it comes with, I'll turn the music down. It comes with two nice JBL speakers. So that's system one. System two, you start with a boom mic, which I've got here. I've got it just tucked underneath the cardio where it just clamps onto the helmet. So the boom mic starts here and just goes over again. There's a second mic now up by your mouth. And then that goes directly into a transmitter. This is a wireless transmitter between the GoPro. I got a Hero 10 here, which makes all this work really well. Between a transmitter and then a receiver. This is your receiver, and the receiver gets cabled to the must-have GoPro mic adapter, and then the mic adapter comes out through a USB-C into the GoPro. So that's just one path, a microphone boom mic with just one connector here underneath this piece of tape, because I had to label things because it, just so it keeps me simple. Straight into the transmitter straight into the cardio, or the receiver. The second path is we have cardio output. This is coming right out of the cardio for the two speakers. So you split it. This is path one, path two. Path one goes right back in and connects to the cardio speakers, both the left and the right. Path number two comes here to what I had to use. Let me see if I can straighten this out. What I had to use was just a jumper. So we go from the splitter, from the cardio, path one, back to the speakers. Path two goes to just a jumper, just the go between a female connector, male, female. Then this is an attenuator, little tiny device. It's basically a variable resistor, and it helps cut down the volume coming out of the cardio, because the speaker volume is like up to about 1 volt AC, what you're listening to in your headphones. Usually it's around 1/4 to 1/2 volt or so, but it can go up to about 1 volt if the cardio is turned all the way up. So you need something to lower the volume. This is a little attenuator, and again, this is a really long cable, and I later found another version that's shorter, like 10 inches instead of 30 inches. So then it comes over here, and then this is path number two. Now this is a special stereo separator. This is it looks like another splitter, but it kind of is. But instead of sending like this one here, instead of sending left and right down both channels, this only receives one channel here and one channel here for stereo. So you got left and right. And then somewhere in the transmitter receiver, I don't think so, that's probably still stereo. But the GoPro, when it goes ahead and gets all this received, both channels, it goes through here, through your adapter, into the GoPro. It'll just kind of what they call wire-and them together. So this is what we're starting with. This is demonstrated several times. I watched several vloggers, moto vloggers, use something like this, but every one of them has the GoPro. Every one of them has the GoPro stuck right on your chin. Well, I didn't want to do that. Where, first of all, the GoPro, this whole thing, gets mounted to the outside, in front of, I should say, my windshield. So that is one difference. The next difference is, rather than just have a boom mic that then just gets toggled back in with the cables, the difference here is to go through and hit this into the wireless, into the transmitter, and then receive it over at the GoPro. So the GoPro's in front of the windshield, and the addition is a wireless pair. And a lot of these cables are kind of the same, where instead of the wireless, you're just keeping everything going between the GoPro, and then this end here would actually just go heading towards the mouth and then plug into the mic adapter, which you have to have the GoPro here. You still have to have a GoPro on the front of your helmet. Well, you don't have to, but I mean, I'm doing all this to avoid that. The GoPro's here. You still have to have this adapter nearby, and a lot of the vloggers then have this adapter that's inside this frame here. You kind of slide it out to see it. It's just a little rectangular box that fits in this slot. The adapter then gets velcroed onto the helmet. So you got the GoPro on the mounts, which usually you start here with a mount, and it's got to come to the front, and then you usually go to the other side of the helmet with that short USB-C cable to the adapter. The adapter then gets velcroed onto the helmet, and then from there, it finally makes its way inside the helmet. To, not to confuse everybody, but to this end of this connector, because this transmitter's not here. I hope I'm as clear as mud. So then I thought, this is a mess. What if you can find something to eliminate, or actually not eliminate, but take the place of the splitter, the jumper, the attenuator, all with one little short cable? Well, I kind of stumbled into that. So you take all three of those away and you replace it with this. This is all you need. And this is an experiment. I've not proven it out yet. That's next. So we're going to hook this up and see what we can do. You want to balance what's coming out of the Cardo or the Sena with what's being generated with a boom mic, so you can talk to the GoPro and have everything just merged in. So this starts out being plugged into the Cardo connector, this one. This one gets plugged into right back into the speakers. So there's your one path. This path then goes to the outbound of all this stuff, the red connector here. This goes right there. So wish me luck. I've now updated what I've got here, and I have just the all-in-one cable showing. So it comes out of the Cardo on this connector, comes around here, goes right back in on the speakers right here, and goes right to the left and right speakers. And then the other leg comes around here and is attenuated. It has a built-in attenuation of 25 dB to knock down the signal to a more of a mic level instead of a headphone level, and some impedance matching. That's getting into the weeds. And it goes right into the stereo separator here, separation of stereo. One channel here, then the other channel is still right here with the boom mic. So I'm going to turn on the music, and you should hear some music in the background and hear me talking along with the music, and I'm going to turn it off before I get a strike on music content. The attenuation coming from this new cable does seem to be a little low compared to where I think I need to be, but we'll have to see. In other words, I'm turning the music down a little more than I'd like to be heard on the boom mic. So the balancing of these two are, you know, maybe not quite done yet, but we'll figure it out. The cardio and the cable and the boom mic and the speakers and everything all boils down to what normally would be happening in the typical moto vloggers helmet if they're just using the GoPro on the front. But I'm going, you know, kind of an extra couple steps here, throwing in the wireless and then reducing the amount of stuff that they show you all into one cable. Actually, we're down to two cables, the stereo separator and then the splitter attenuator, and no jumper needed to go straight back into the stereo separation here. And then actually it's a stereo kind of combiner to get left and right into the transmitter. That is about it. This is going to be a little choppy when I put all these videos together. I'm using two different GoPros and I don't know, I'm doing what I can. I've decided to add a little segment so I'm talking into the mic and I show you the finished product where everything's installed. I have the cardio unit here. I have the what I call a cheater cable just coming out from inside the helmet underneath the cardio clamp, and that comes immediately to the stereo separator cable back to the transmitter. Still work in progress. Maybe see if I can do something with that. Maybe hide that inside the helmet, but the helmet's got like no room for this stuff. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out, considering all the functions now of this thing, all the functions of this thing. I keep forgetting to yell into the mic. With all the different systems here all put together, it's simplified with two cables, a cardio, and a boom mic. And then the icing on the cake is the transmitter and receiver with the remote GoPro that I can put anywhere I want, but I choose to put it out in front of my windshield. I've decided to go with one more inserted segment with me actually in the helmet, so I don't have to scream at the helmet. And this is me talking with the now the integrated system, and I'll just play a little bit of music here at quarter volume just to have me speak and have the music playing at the same time. And that should demo the fact that it should be pretty balanced there. There's probably a lot I'm forgetting to add to this video, but it is what it is. So this has been a fun experiment, and on to the next segment. This is a live demonstration on the bike. Everything is wired up. So on with the demo. Hey cardio, music on.
Music on.
So there you have it. The music and my voice merged together. Hey cardio, music off. And I hope you enjoyed this video along with some of the innovation with the wireless mic. I did further dress up the cabling on the helmet. So now the transmitter is directly right behind the cardio or Cardo, and it's all very tidy, and that turned out rather well. To help everyone out, if you wanted to clone what I've done here, I'm going to have a parts list, everything that I've purchased in its final form. But what I've come up with here with this, I'll call it like a shortcut cable to get more done with just one little cable, and the stereo separator, and also the wireless receiver or transmitter receiver, And I'll just throw in the kitchen sink and throw in the skeletonized GoPro case, the mic adapter that comes. Let me see yeah, the adapter comes with the little built-in USB-C, and then the stereo transmitter receiver comes with its own little patch cable that you have to use because of some matching going on here with the number of conductors on these male jacks. I'm going to go ahead and provide the build out in the text below the video with where I bought it, how much it cost. This was a fun project, and it didn't really take that long. I've probably only been at this for well, a couple weeks, but I enjoy this kind of stuff. And from Dave's Garage, we'll see you on the next one.